In this series on inspirational leadership, we're looking at the idea of creating space. And we're looking at the interaction between Moses and Jethro in Exodus chapter 18, where Moses is judging all of the people. And at the end of the day, Moses says to Jethro, what do you think of my work? Now, we already said in the first of this series that Moses was taking up the space of other leaders. And in essence, when Moses talks to his father-in-law and said, "How do you think I went?" which must have been a very nerve-wracking question, the feedback that he received from Jethro is that you've taken everybody else's space. Jethro says, "Moses, you're going to kill yourself. You're not going to survive." A very insightful comment. And what does Jethro then say? He says, "Look, put people in charge of thousands, put people in charge of hundreds, put people in charge of 50s, even get down to 10s. Essentially what Jethro is saying is across all of the people, put people in charge of smaller groups. Now, there's all sorts of different ways of looking at what Jethro had said. It's a good management technique. It's a good kind of structure, etc. But what it's doing is creating space for a whole lot of people that were doing nothing that now can get involved. Imagine that. Moses, as one way of looking at this, was taking up the space of literally hundreds of people that could have been involved in leadership and ministry to God's people, but their space was taken up by Moses. Creating space gives people the opportunity to use their gifts, their ability, and feel the call of God in their life. Remember this, when you create space for people, they aren't helping you. It's not your job that they're doing. They're actually doing what God is calling them to do, and you're creating the space for them to act in ministry and to use their gifts and their skills in an area of ministry. Here's a question to reflect on. Where is it that you are taking up the space of other people, and who is it that you can release into ministry which will help you, help them, and build the kingdom?